Alright guys, welcome back to the Non-Typical Hunter, and today I got a gear review for you. Like most people that hunt, we all use tree stands, whether it's a ladder stand, a hang-on, or a climber. And throughout the years I've used almost every brand of climbing tree stands on the market. API, Loggy, Old Man, Summit, Lone Wolf, Grizzly, and I'm sure there's some that can't even think of right now. But today I got a pretty special tree stand for you. It's one that not many people know about. I happened to come across it online a couple of years ago, and it took me a while to get one ordered, so to speak. But last year, a good friend of mine ordered one and asked me to come over and check it out, and I knew from the second I climbed into it that I had to have one. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Treewalker Treestand. Alright guys, so this is the Treewalker Treestand. It's made in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's a small company. They will not sell to any major chain store, so you're not going to find it at Bass Pro or Cabela's or Sportsman's Guide or anything like that. The only way to get your hands on one is to call Treewalker and get one ordered up. So this stand does a couple of unique things that a lot of other tree stands don't do. This shooting rail can pivot back, and you can put the chill pad, which is an accessory sold exclusively from Treewalker. You can put the chill pad on it and you can sit and face the tree, or you can sit with your back against the tree and use it as a traditional shooting rest. The stand also does not need any straps to have it configured to carry on your back. It is precisely machined, precisely welded and put together, so it actually snug fits the top into the bottom. Extremely quiet stand, guys. It doesn't have any rattles, no clanking, nothing. Goes together very easy, comes apart very easy, but it holds together extremely well. I just received this stand a couple of weeks ago. I took it out and put it on a couple of trees and climbed up and down with it just to see, spend a little bit more time in it and see how I like it. I don't like to wait until the season comes in to test my gear out, so I like to thoroughly test it before I get to the woods, so I know if there's any issues or anything that I need to pay special attention to before it's game day. Also back here, the way that the stand grabs the tree, it has 6 screws that are bolted in place into the platform, and then 6 more into the top portion of the stand. Guys, this thing bites the tree like it was welded to it. You don't have any shimmy or shaking. The stand doesn't want to tip. The stand doesn't slide at all. If anything, when you're climbing, you have to kind of physically pop it away from the tree. And for those of you that are worried about the stand, those teeth damaging the tree or hurting the tree, I spoke for a good bit of time to the salesperson with Treewalker, and my curiosity was, is the game warden going to slap a ticket on me because I'm damaging federal property by tearing up the outside of the tree? He said he's never heard of such a case, but he said if it is something that actually bothers you, then it is a typical thread pattern. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but you can go to Ace or Home Depot, purchase a handful of nuts and thread those nuts over the screws, and that'll reduce the amount that the teeth actually bite into the exterior of the tree. So with this stand, I got the chill pad, I got the optional pull rope. It's a 30-foot nylon tethered pull rope. A couple of other cool things at this stand that they had in mind when they created this stand. So this the actual cable portion that wraps around the tree, it is memoried. So in the dark, you can't put it on wrong. If you're one of those guys that doesn't use any light walking in, most of the time I don't use a headlamp unless I absolutely have to. You cannot get the band mixed up. It goes in one way, it's held in with 2 pins with bales. They did a good job of putting fluorescent orange on all the small pieces, because I mean, let's face it, guys, you're gonna end up dropping it in the woods, dropping it in the leaves, and you know those pins are black or brown or whatever other color. They're gonna be really hard to see. This stand is the Pro Mag XLT, or Pro Mag XL, I'm sorry. And this stand is one of the more loaded out stands that they offer. So I wanted the shooting rail. You don't have to get that. That is an option for one of the stands. This stand also, you take these wing nuts out and this front rail comes off. So for those of you bow hunters that like to take your shots sitting down, or if you're afraid that this front rail is going to get in the way, you can climb up and take it off. You can take it off and throw it in the truck and leave it. It's not hard mounted or welded to the stand, so you can just pull that thing off if you don't want it. The stand that I'm transitioning from to this one is an API Grand Slam bow hunter, and it's an open front stand. And I have just got so used to that I don't know if I'm going to be keeping this on or taking it off, but it's nice to have that option. On windy days, there have been days where it's windy, that tree is swaying, and even though I'm wearing my hunter safety system, having that lap bar in the front does offer a little bit more security. So also, like I said, this shooting rail can transition back, off, it can transition down. These wing nuts come off, and that's what holds the bracket for your shooting rail. They're orange color coded as well, so if you happen to drop them or whatnot, it'll be very easy to find. Everything on this stand, guys, is tight. It's not overly tight where you can't manage anything, you can't get anything took off, or you don't feel like you have to use a pry bar to get anything, but everything is snug. You can tell that the stand is machined with a tight tolerance, that they put a lot of attention into their parts, making sure that everything fits appropriately, fits the correct way. Alright guys, once you're in the stand, the first thing that you're going to notice is that you have a ton of room. Now, this stand is pretty big, physical dimensions, it's pretty large. I don't have the platform size or the width offhand. You can source that from their website. But my first impression whenever I sat in it was like, man, I have a ton of room. I mean, I can put my foot up here on this front rail like this and I'm not cramped up. I'm 6 feet tall, about 190 pounds, so I'm not a small guy, I'm not a big guy, I'm just kind of average size, but I don't feel cramped. The platform is good size, good dimension, it's really long. The platform is good size, good dimension, it's really long, so you kind of have some room to stretch out. The end of the platform has a molded in footrest, so you have a place to rest your feet. The shooting rail's on here right now because I haven't went through the time to take it off, but like I said, you can take the shooting rail off. I just left it on because I didn't want to take it off right now. Everything is pinned in, so your cable's pinned in, your shooting rail pins into position. It's got 3 different positions, and then that front bar, the removable front bar, is pinned in also. It's got two screws. They have orange handles on them in case you drop them. The seat is a mesh seat. For those of you that have never sat in a mesh seat, you're probably going to have the same thought that I did, that it's going to kind of dig into your skin after a while, maybe make your butt itchy because it's digging into you. These web seats are awesome. These mesh web seats. It looks like a fishing net. The only other company that I've seen that really offers or has offered this, you can get this kind of with the Summit now, but Old Man, this was pretty much exclusively the type of seat that Old Man used for a long time. And when I purchased my Old Man, that was about the only positive thing that I could really attribute to that stand, was these mesh seats are ultra comfortable. They spread out your body weight a lot, your butt doesn't go numb, your legs don't go numb. They're just very comfortable. And if you are like me and you like to hunt in inclement weather like rain or snow, these also don't hold any moisture, so you're not going to be sitting in a puddle and getting your butt wet. One other benefit to the mesh seat is whenever you stand up, you can just kind of push it back out of the way with your legs, and that opens up pretty much the entire platform for you to shoot off of. This stand, I mean, if you wanted to, you could stretch out and lay in it like a hammock almost. One of the big things that people focus on a lot, maybe not quite so much anymore because most of the stands have gotten down to a reasonable weight, is weight. So over the years, back in the day, especially like whenever I started bow hunting some 15, 20 years ago, aluminum stands weren't all that common. You could get them, but you were going to pay. Nowadays, you're almost hard-pressed to find a stand made of steel, but this stand is made of extruded aluminum, high tensile strength aluminum. The welds on it are top-notch throughout the entire stand. The finish is excellent. This stand, for being its physical size, is only 18 pounds. 18 pounds is nothing, guys. You carry that all day. I mean, the API that I'm coming from is aluminum, and it weighs 18 pounds, and this stand has twice the room that API did. And I really liked my API, but in that aspect, comfort was not top of the priority whenever they manufactured that stand. So this stand hasn't blown out of the water. If you guys are wanting any more information, I'd recommend calling Treewalker and talking to him. I spoke with him a couple of times before I ordered this stand. Just some random oddball questions, things I wanted to know. So I kind of talked myself into purchasing one. But it's worth the money, guys. If those of you that are not happy with your current tree stand, or are fortunate enough to have the funds to spend some money on one, this stand cost me out the door is around $500. But I'm telling you right now, guys, a good stand is worth its weight in gold, and it's a much more valuable asset than a lot of people give them credit for. If you're not comfortable in the tree, you're not paying attention. If you're not paying attention, you're missing things. Or if you're moving around a lot, that deer's 150 yards off and you haven't seen him yet, but he's seen you, and he's gonna beeline right around you and you'll never know it. Those days hunting during the rut, you want to sit all day, it's either not going to happen with an inferior tree stand, or if it does happen, it's going to be a miserable day. So spend the money, guys. Check them out, give them a call, check out their website. Having a good quality, high quality tree stand that's comfortable and functional, I mean, you'll almost make no better purchase. So you guys take it easy, be safe, and be sure to check back every couple of days. I'll be posting some new content. So you guys take it easy, have a good one, be safe.